Yo, what is going on, everybody? Gabriel Santos here. First of all, Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Really big shout outs to everyone on the channel. Really hope that everyone had a safe and fun and fulfilling New Year's. Obviously, I know 2020 kicked us all in the ass in some way or another. And so, just like many of you, really praying, and more than that, making sure that no matter what happens in 2021, that, I do my best to have a great year. And I know you're going to do the same as well. Okay. So, as the title states, this video is all about gratitude. Now, if you're looking for specific practices of gratitude, I'm going to talk more about that at the end, and I'll have links down below if you just wanted to get straight to those resources. But in reality, you can easily Google or search on YouTube, a million and one gratitude exercises. What this video is more about is, maybe how can you cultivate more gratitude? Maybe why it's been difficult for you to maintain your practices of gratitude, and then what have been my experiences with my own gratitude practices and the way that it's impacted my life. So let's go ahead and start with is gratitude important, right? Is it necessary? And the reality is technically no, right? I know people who make tons of money. I know people who have fitness, who have things that you would want, and they don't practice gratitude. But in my opinion and in my experience, gratitude supplies a certain emotion and energy in our lives that will make uh, accomplishing all our goals easier and more sustainable. And I think what people, myself included, don't realize is that yes, it is important and necessary to go after lofty material goals like having more money, and having the right body, and having, the right romantic situations. But I think what a lot of people don't pay enough attention to and put on their priority and goals list is to cultivate high level emotions, right? Tony Robbins says that the quality of our emotions equals the quality of our lives. He also uses the word state, like our emotional states. And so, what I've learned in my experience is that when my emotional states are where I want them to be, my life goes up by like a billion levels, right? Because I have money, right? I've been in extreme shape, but when my emotional states weren't right, there's no amount of having a six pack, no amount of likes on Instagram, and no amount of dollars in my bank account that will make me feel the way I'm looking to feel. And one of the not paradoxes, but one of the, in my opinion, traps or illusions that we fall into as human beings is that having things is what will make us feel a certain way about ourselves and our lives, right? But if you guys know the music artist J. Cole, he has a song called Love Yours. And the basic message of that song is you can have all the girls, all the money, all the weed, all the everything. But if you don't appreciate what you have in life already, namely yourself and those around you that care about you, all of that extra stuff really isn't going to do jack shit for you, right? And so, going back to the point of this video, yes, in my opinion, gratitude is a must, especially if you're someone who wants to be your best. And not only that, gratitude is one of the most powerful emotional states to live in, right? Because when we can sit there with ourselves and be in a state of gratitude, like, oh my God, like I'm good, right? I am good. Life is great. Um, First of all, the types of ideas and thoughts will be of a different level. And not only that, the type of actions we will take when we're in a state of gratitude is very different than the actions we'll take when we're in a state of depression, sadness, or even neutrality, right? Because, but point being, okay, let's say you're someone who wants to be in shape. Yes, you have the obvious steps on what you need to do, right? The obvious actions. I need to work out this certain way this often. I need to eat this certain way this often. But, right, and this is where gratitude really comes into play in that specific example, is the reality is being in shape, first of all, to go from like 185 overweight and fat out of shape to like 150, 145 in shape lean, that's going to be quite some time, right? Like some people can get that down in several months. Some people it takes several years. And so, as many of you know, the journey of losing weight is a long one, and it's like it is tough emotionally, right? Because you're battling with yourself, you're battling with resistance, and you're also battling with the fact that it's going to take a while. And so what happens with a lot of people is they work their asses off for 3 months, 6 months, 7 months, but they're not quite at that end goal yet. And then you start to feel defeated. And then you're like, this is not worth it. And then it's hard to get up because it's like, I'm not seeing any progress. And so where gratitude comes into play is supplying us with an emotion that will keep things in perspective. And by default, right, when we're in gratitude, we're going to perform at a higher level in our lives, right? Because let's put it this way. When we're stressed out and anxious or mad or angry or frustrated, we don't have a tendency to do our best, right? We're not thinking straight. We're not in tune with our abilities, right? So we make decisions and actions based on frustration, which then leads to results based on frustration, which typically is not the result we want, right? Think of a couple when they're both frustrated. Are they able to get out of an argument? There's no fucking way. Think of a group hiking up Mount Everest. If they are in a state of frustration, they're going to significantly hinder their ability to get to the top of the mountain as fast as possible, if at all, right? Because if you're someone going throughout your day like, ugh, God damn it, right? What kind of actions, thoughts, and results can a person really generate from that? Really not much, right? Think of a boss or a coworker or a family member that you know of who walks around in frustration, who walks around in victimhood. What kind of energy, how does that influence you? Does it make you want to be better? Does it make you want to have a good time? Does it make you want to smile, laugh, play, share love, go after your dreams? Maybe in like a reverse psychology sense where like their frustration triggers you to go take action. But in terms of yourself, and this is where effectivity, right? The name of the game is effectivity and what works. Okay. So what I'm saying here is that gratitude is a highly viable, proven strategy to support anyone in achieving their goals and having the life that they really want. So the question is, how, right? How can you cultivate more gratitude, and what has worked for me? Okay, so the way I look at gratitude now is it's really like, let's put it this way. When you go for a walk and you eat healthy, your vibe is different, right? The way you feel about yourself is different. And thus, like I have been saying this whole time, the type of actions that you take and the results that you get are different. And so the way I like to look at gratitude now is it's the difference between going on a daily walk versus not. It's the difference between saying no to that second slice of pizza and having a fourth slice, right? My point being, gratitude is just one of those things that when I make it a priority, when I make it a part of my routine, my life goes better. Okay. And it's gotten to a point where I'm clear that if a consistent practice of gratitude is going on in my life, things are gonna go fucking well for me. It's that formulaic. It is that formulaic, meaning, oh, when I practice gratitude, my life goes up here. When I don't practice gratitude, my life goes down here, right? So just think of it like, it's literally like, by practicing gratitude, literally your life is going to go up another level. And when you don't practice it, it's going to start to diminish. Okay. It really has been that simple for me. And so I guess the next question is, how do I cultivate gratitude? What do I do? What has worked for me? So very specifically, almost every morning, okay, let's put it this way. I'm the type of person that I like what I like until it gets boring, and then I'm just like sick of it, right? And I think most of us are like that. It's kind of like, that's why a lot of us end up quitting a certain routine, even though it's good for us, is because it gets boring, or it's like, I'm sick of this. And then instead of it becoming something we want to do, it becomes like a chore, right? And it's like, I really don't want to have my life filled with chore energy, right? And so what I advise you to do, and what I do, is I have a multitude of options to cultivate gratitude. And I think that it's important to not get attached to the correct way, right? It's all about figuring out what works for you. And so what has worked for me is I'm going to leave these links in the description down below. I either do a 15-minute guided meditation by Tony Robbins called Priming, or I do a 5-minute exercise called Emotional Flooding, right? That's another video I'll leave down below. There's a 20-minute guided meditation called the 6-phase meditation, done by Vishen Lakhiani, who is the founder of a company called Mind Valley. He's written a couple #1 best-selling books. And if you download the app Soulvana, you can find not only the 6-phase meditation, but you can find like a host of other great meditative guided videos on that app. And then if you want something real simple, if I want something real simple, let's say I'm crunched for time, let's say I don't have access to a phone or what have you, I just take a moment to, 5-10 minutes, even less than that, to either write down what I appreciate and what I'm grateful for, or I just think it, right? And so consider that there is no like correct way to cultivate gratitude. It's all about finding ways that do help you cultivate gratitude. Now, the next question is all about consistency, right? And I think the reality is what has me practice gratitude on a consistent basis now is really me understanding that when I practice gratitude, my life goes up here, right? I'm clear, like a formula. Okay, like with working out, when I work out this way, this consistently, I get these results, right? And so I guess for you, the question is, why would you want gratitude, right? And more important than that, what's the impact on your life when you practice gratitude or not? And maybe even more important than that, what matters to you, right? Like, what is important to you? What do you care about? What are your goals, right? And for example, if you're someone, I want to make this amount of money, I want to have this body, I want to have this relationship, and I want to feel this way about my life, then the real thing to discover is, what role can gratitude play in having you achieve your goals and have your dream life? And so what I encourage everyone to do, if you're watching this video at this point, 13 minutes deep, is if you're someone who either wants gratitude, has never tried gratitude, or what have you, or you're not aware of like how gratitude really helps in your life, it's one of those things where you're just gonna have to try it. And for me, in my experience, the benefits of a gratitude practice really only kicked in, I want to say, honestly, as quick as a couple days, right? Especially if you're someone who operates at a lower energy state, like if you're someone who's depressed, sad, not doing well, finding a gratitude exercise that you resonate with and doing it in the morning. That's my strict advice. Do it in the fucking morning, within the first half hour of waking up. Because on a practical sense, like the longer we take, for example, to do a workout, the easier it is to not do it, right? We're just like getting in the way of ourselves. All right, so doing it first thing in the morning kind of gets it out of the way, and that's like you're not going to get in the way of yourself. You're freed up, right? But second of all, apparently, I can't confirm this because I don't know the studies, but apparently within the first 5 to 10 minutes of waking up, your brain is still in a subconscious state of mind, meaning if you do gratitude in the morning, the exercise and the value of the gratitude will really like sink in on a subconscious level, deep level. And man, when we can tap into our subconscious and change and alter ourselves on a subconscious level, that's really the game changer, right? Because we already have like 1,000,000,001 like traumatic poo-poo emotions going on a subconscious level, right? Just through our experiences of life over time. And so if we can take control, if we can begin to take control of our lives by practicing gratitude first, one of the first things in the morning, it's like, okay, how about I just be smart and be wise? And if I want control in my life, if I want the ability to lead my life in a certain direction, then practicing gratitude, again, finding a gratitude practice that you resonate with, and in reality, practicing in a way that works for you. So if nighttime works for you, do that. If midday works for you, do that. If doing it in the morning sometimes works, do that. If doing it at night sometimes, do that. It's all about what works. What matters to you, what do you want, and what works, and having you get there. And so yeah, we are 16 minutes deep in this video. I know that my videos tend to run long, but in reality, you guys got a lot to say, all right? So I appreciate everyone who resonates with these videos. You know, like I say, it's an absolute blessing and an honor to be able to serve you all. And the reality is without subscribers, there is no YouTuber, right? That without an audience, there is no you know, person on stage to talk, right? And so this dynamic, this relationship, subscriber, you know, to YouTuber, it goes both ways. And I really appreciate anytime anyone leaves a comment, anytime you guys leave a like, anytime one of you guys just expresses gratitude in some kind of way, you know, buys a product. It's all just, you know, like a value exchange. It's all just a way for, you know, everyone to win and feel and have that love in return. And so, like I said, really appreciate you all. Really just, wow. Thank you so much. But yeah, 2021. Wow. You know, if you're at this stage of the video, go ahead and leave down in the comments below, like, shit, what are you up to this year? Tell me, what are you up to this year? What are the things that you are 100% committed to? 100% committed to. And go ahead and leave some things down below that you want, but maybe you don't feel confident, or just list down below, like, what the hell y'all guys want? What do y'all want this year? What is your intention for this year? And I'll go ahead and leave a reply just supporting you and empowering you in your desires. Anyways, that's it. We're going to end this video before 18 minutes. Love you all so much. I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.